start up the recording.
You're tired too.
I fucking better be if I want to go to bed after this.
What do you mean? We still have like 2 hours left.
Yeah. I'm not like sleepy. I'm just yawning.
I mean, normally this is near the end of the trial is when this happens because it's called the moment of truth. So
you think it
I don't know
be?
if we just barge through that trial that quickly, I'm gonna be really surprised.
We're not. It's not just this. I promise you.
It just becomes all quick time events after this.
Oh no.
Just be me going, Dana, help me!
Oh my god, I did that! Hello everybody, welcome back to Danganronpa. I'm Dancy, this is Larson. Sorry to leave you on that cliffhanger last time, but hoo boy, we're at 30 minutes, but now we're in a fresh new episode. Larson, thoughts? Prayers, maybe?
You're gonna fuck up my tempo.
Great.
That's all. Yeah, I forgot about this thing.
Most people do.
Okay, let's do it!
Are you sure about this? I'm not listening! This should prove it.
I did it!
Yay! Well, trial's over.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about
Right,
is
it's all done now, right?
the lights.
It's done.
Or we can go home.
What are you talking about? What about the lights? Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is...
I got it!
10.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery.
Alright, everyone, count the X's around the room.
Sayaka died first.
1,
Junko was second.
2.
Is that true? I thought Junko died first.
No, Junko died, like, shortly after Sayaka's body was discovered.
Leon was third.
3,
Chihiro was fourth.
4,
Mondo was fifth.
5,
Taka was sixth. Then Hifumi was seventh.
6 and 7,
Celeste was eighth.
8.
She's so happy about it.
She's like, oh, fuck yeah.
Sakura was ninth.
9,
And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
10.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
If only we had checked the bodies of the other people in the freezers.
Well,
That would have made this so much easier, but no.
God forbid.
Whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason is... Why is that? Why would it take only 9 murders? The same person was killed twice. Only 9 murders took place. Okay, it was the other one.
You're like,
Shoot.
how does the game want me to word this?
Exactly. I'm like, what?
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
What? I'm so fucking confused.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab
He is
until
too
the
young to
moment we
process
found it in the garden.
He is buffering.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
No, that makes sense, actually, because, yeah, we never saw Junko's face.
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
I'm so glad I
Nothing's
was
gonna
right
become
about at least
obvious.
one thing.
At
Because
least one
Kyoko's
thing.
totally delusional.
This is when Age Taylor comes in and says, "Oh, buddy, you don't know how many things you said that are right."
She either comes in with a tally list of everything you've got it right, or a tally list of everything you've got it wrong.
Oh, great, I have to grab another thing.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
This is weird.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada?
Am I supposed
Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
to it with Monkey File
Hifumi
number 5?
Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe
Whatever.
Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone
Was murdered twice!
I think I'm supposed to grab this and then shoot the person that I think.
Who is
I think I'm probably doing this backwards.
Was it Saya Junko?
Enoshima?
Okay, no, I'm doing it the right way.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
I'm stupid. They could have just taken fucking... They could have also just taken Junko's body and just cut and dyed the hair.
Okay, wait, don't
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
What?
play anything. We need a editing Taylor pause the recording.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Either they disguised Mukuro as Junko and killed her twice, or Mukuro just disguised Junko as Mukuro and killed her twice. I don't know.
Yeah, those are your theories.
I mean, it's gotta be, right? I don't see how it could be anything else.
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
Don't, you're gay.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
You let out a little gas.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then, it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro? Alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Kusaba is still alive. I measured her body!
Oh boy.
What the fuck is what is this music? This feels new.
I'm pretty sure it is new.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I'm sorry. Is something I can shoot?
It's also something that you can copy and paste if you
The body
so
we
desired.
found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's
I'm a
right.
little
So the
confused.
mastermind's true identity is.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
What is something that we can prove that that body was absolutely
The body we
Mukuro Ikusaba's?
found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
I think it's this thing, but like, I guess it's this?
No, that's wrong.
I was right,
No,
but you're
the
wrong!
body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died. They're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna shit a brick. No fucking way. Yes!
It's you.
Yes! I'm gonna shit a brick.
Here's my answer.
No fucking way.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I am now that you said an actual voice line. I'm gonna be honest.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it, I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Did I choose wrong? I'm so confused.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. Wasn't there something in the physics lab way earlier in the game that could help with this? Could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Okay, no, never mind. I'll go back to my original statement that I said before. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Oh, shit! What? Replaced? Weird. Shit.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Look, they're twins. Do you see them twinning?
Oh my god. Winning.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it!
My theory!
Two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Well, if I actually remembered things, I probably would have noticed that. Huh.
Yeah. You did point out her boots, though. You were
But
like, man, those
if
slay.
she really did use foundation...
Her what?
Her boots.
Oh,
With
okay. I
the
thought you said
T.
something else. I was like, whoa. Did I really?
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Can he deny it?
Oh, no reverse card. I guess I'll have to make my defense next time on Dancy Plays.